Hello, Presters. So another great news for all of the 2024 pass outs that TCS has announced the BPS hiring, and we are going to learn about its registration process, how to fill the form correctly. Why? Because filling a form incorrectly can lead to your cancelled candidature, or you will not even receive the hall ticket, and that has been at least 20% to 30% of the times that students have missed out on the hall tickets only because they have entered incorrect details into the form. So make sure that you are going through the entire process correctly, and we are going to see step-by-step process of registration, and you should be following this process when you are sitting to register for the TCS BPS hiring. Alright, so let's begin. We're not going to waste any time because we are going to fill the form correctly right over here. So follow along with me when you're filling the form. Right, before that, let's quickly take a few information about TCS BPS hiring. So let's quickly check out here that it's for the 2024 graduates. Alright, moving down, registration dates are going to close on 20th of September 2023, which is going to be a Wednesday. So make sure that you're applying before this particular date. Also, it's great that if you apply just today or tomorrow or within these few days, because if you are missing out on this date, your TCS BPS hiring opportunity will be lost into the unknown. Alright, and we don't want that. Your test date is on 20th of October. Moving down, this is the proper application process that TCS BPS has given out for the students. So we're going to follow this format and we are going to fill the form correctly. Alright, so let's quickly see the steps. So you have to follow 3 steps over here. Step 1 is log on to the TCS NextStep portal. Now, TCS usually has its gets the students registered on the TCS NextStep portal, and it becomes easy for the students to go and register for the actual drive, right? So we are going to see how you can actually log in or log on to the TCS NextStep portal, and from there we are going to check out the hiring process or the registration process. Alright, next is verification of personal details. Very important. You have to keep your personal details such as your name, your birth date and your Aadhaar number accurate. Alright, so if you provide any misinformation related to your personal details during the verification process, your candidature will get cancelled or you will get disqualified. Alright, do not provide any misinformation. The last or the third step is application to the TCS BPS hiring. Kindly check on register now. Kindly click on register now and choose category as BPS. So we are going to see which category you're going to choose. You're not going to choose. Proceed to fill your details, and once you complete the form after the preview, kindly ensure to click the submit button. Now, a lot of times what students do is they preview it and then they forget to click on the submit button, which leads to non-submission of their forms, and then they come and they crib that we are not getting any selection mails. Why? Because you have not submitted the application, you've just previewed it and you thought that it is submitted. No, it doesn't happen so. You have to click on the submit button and your candidature will be submitted. Alright, those are the 3 easy steps which we are going to follow. Quite tedious, quite a long form, so you have to sit with your snacks and your water and then fill the form correctly. Alright, so we are going to take all the deeds into our mind and start off with the registration process. So all of the important details about the test pattern, the eligibility will be provided to you and on this page as well. So we'll have a separate video for eligibility and test pattern recruitment process, all of that. So make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell so that you get notified whenever we are posting a video on TCS BPS registration, TCS BPS recruitment and the test pattern as well. Alright, so let's begin with the video with the registration here. So once you come down and scroll onto this page, you have this register here button. Alright, click on the register here button and you will be redirected towards the NextStep portal. Once you're on this page, you will be required to click on this register now button. Okay, so this is the page that you will be landing onto when you click on register now. This is the actual NextStep portal registration process page, and we start from here. Bifurcation between IT and BPS. Since we're hiring or since we're applying for the BPS position, click on BPS over here. You'll be directed towards the verification of the email form. Email page. Alright, so click write your email over here. The information that I'll be providing over here in this particular video is not going to be absolutely true. Alright, so make sure that you're applying or filling out the actual information and not make any mistake, because if you do, your candidature will be disqualified. Alright, so we have written out the click on get OTP once you have filled in the form, and you'll be receiving your OTP now. Alright, the OTP is here. Click on submit. Don't save. Now you will be needing the entire verification process of personal details. Alright, fill in your Aadhaar card number. Make sure your Aadhaar card number is correct. You will have to enter the last 4 digits. Alright, not the entire Aadhaar card number, only the last 4 digits. So we're just going to randomly enter any number over here. Write your first name. Alright, if you have a middle name, do write a middle name. If you don't, skip on it. And then fill in your details, your date of birth. Let's just quickly put in any random date of birth over here. Now, if you click on, let's say 2022, so your age should be equal to or greater than 13. Alright, so we are going to select, let's say 2002. Alright, let's be only that age old. Click on proceed, and once you do that, you will be getting this pop-up. Click on agree over here, read the terms and conditions, and then check the box over here, I agree to the privacy notice, and then click on proceed. Once you do that, you will be needing to fill in your extensive personal details. Let's do that for the registration. So Aadhaar card number and your name will be automatically inserted. Click on the title and fill in your title. Alright, so Mr., Miss, or doctor. Alright, do that, because if you don't do that, your gender drop down will be gray. Alright, and you will have to fill in that form. So make sure that you click on title, fill in your initials, and then you will have the gender over here. And then click on your fill in your mobile number. Let's just do that. Okay, this is those random mobile numbers, guys. Institute name, fill in your institute name. You also have the others option. Alright, so if your, let's say, our institution name is not here, you also have the other option, and you can click on this as well. But let's just quickly write down any random, just pick out a random institute over here. Qualification, your qualification should be of bachelor's. Now you can insert any qualification over here, your qualification of bachelor's degree. Year of passing, now very important, guys. Do not fill your year of passing apart from 2024. So your year of passing should be 2024, as it says for highest qualification. That means a bachelor's degree. Alright, so it should be 2024. Source type, if you've known about this particular drive from your buddy, that means your friend, click on friend, click on buddy. If you've known about this from your web or from any social media, click on web, vendor, or direct applicant. So we right now are a direct applicant, or we can also choose, let's say, web over here. Alright, and then you will have to write your source name. However, it's optional. If you want to, you can insert. If you don't want to, let it go. Alright, nearest TCS office, so the location that will be closest to you, fill in that form. Set your password. Now they have particular details or the metrics about the password. All right, so make sure you are following all of the metrics over here and only then filling up your details. All right, so 8 characters, 1 uppercase, 1 lowercase, and so on and so forth. So I'm just quickly going to put in a random password here. All right, I hope it matches. Okay. All right. So confirm your password, select security question. Any security question can be your security question. So you have multiple options. Just select one from there and then fill in this CAPTCHA. Alright, so be very careful when you're filling in this CAPTCHA. So be careful of the caps lock and the small cases. Alright, it's very case sensitive. So once we do that, our personal details are verified and you have your email ID and your mobile number for confirmation. Make sure you click on confirm, but before clicking on confirm, make sure you have all of the details correct over here. In case of any misinformation, your candidature will be disqualified. Alright, you will not be receiving any hall ticket. Do not save. Make sure you are taking a screenshot of this particular window, guys. Alright, it's very important. Your reference ID is very important, so do not miss out on this. Click on continue and then quickly insert your password that you had entered in the form previously. Alright, so let's do that. Okay, again put in the CAPTCHA. It's very case sensitive, so be very aware of it. Okay, we have it. Click on submit. Once you do that, you will be registered or you will be directed towards the main TCS registration form. Now from here, the form submission begins. Alright, so let's quickly fill in the entire details and start off with the first form. So click on the application form, the tab on towards the left menu. Click on the application form here and the application form comes before you. Alright, there are 4 details that we're requiring. First is your personal details, then academic and work experience. Then is other details, for example, your additional achievements and all. And lastly, you have the declaration and the form preview. All right, so we're going to go through all of these phases here. Let's quickly see. Start filling the form. Click on start, fill in the form. So the details that you have already entered in the NextStep portal will already be automatically filled in over here, but you have to fill in the other details. Now this form is quite tedious. You will need some water, some snacks along with you, but be sure that you're not filling in any misinformation. Your hall ticket will not be received, guys, and 20% of the students every year do this. They don't receive the hall tickets and their candidature gets disqualified. So make sure you're following every process very carefully. So let's start. TCS office already filled in Chennai. Your name is already filled in, your father's name. Let's just quickly write any random father's name. We don't have a middle name. Your mother's name, all right. So we have only Miss. There's no Mrs. All right. So TCS, please put in Mrs. over here. Let's just quickly write down any random name over here. I'm sorry, whoever's name is Mukesh Anita, I apologize. It's just a random name that came to my mind. Okay, permanent address, you can just put in any permanent address that you want. We're just going to put in this much. Road, street, lane, landmark, let's just write a statue. Country can be multiple countries because it's pan, like it's global. All right, so you will have to choose India if you're from India or any other country. State, let's just write a random state. City, this city, and let's just fill in any random pin code. All right, are the permanent and present address the same? All right, if your permanent and present address wherever you're staying currently is the same, click on yes. So it will be automatically filled. Your present address will be automatically filled. If it's a no, click on no and then fill in the present address. So we're going to click on yes. If it's a no, make sure you're clicking on no and filling the address below. All right, once you do that, save and continue. We are on to the academic and work experience, so make sure that you're reading this information. Marks or CGPA obtained denotes total marks or CGPA secured by you in all the subjects. Total marks denotes total maximum marks in all of the subjects. Verify your marks before entering. Verify, make sure all of your details are true and honest and verified. They're not misinformation, because the details will be cross-checked when TCS sits for the selection or the sorting. All right, so let's start off with the highest qualification. We already have the qualifications filled in from our NextStep portal, so great. Graduate, we already have the institute here. Course duration, let's quickly start off with the course duration. Now, because your course duration is going to end in 2024, you will have to come 4 years back, right? So we are going to fill in 2021 over here. All right. So 21, 22, 23, 24, 4 years of engineering or 4 years of any batch. If you're from bachelor's degree, it will be starting from 2022. All right. So we're going to take in 4, or let's take 3 years. Let's take 2022. Just random dates. Your graduation should end in 2024, guys. Make sure you are filling in the form correctly. Graduation will end in 2024. All right. So it's a full-time specialization, whatever specialization you had selected in the previous form, make sure you select that itself. All right, let's just write marks. Total marks obtained, let's just say 900 out of total maximum marks was 1000. So I am a A grade student. All right, that's that. Please select relevant course. So we need your class 12th qualifications. All right, so higher secondary qualifications. So let's just write class 12 specialization. Let's just write science, university or institute. Let's just write AOT, Board of Education, ICSE. Again, your course duration. Now, your college started from 2022 to 2024, right? So your higher secondary or class 12 should be ending in the year 2022. All right, so make sure you take a note of that. All right, so your duration should be 2021. Let's say April, because ICSE starts from April, and end should be 2024. Sorry, 2022. All right. Let's just say it ended in the month of April again. Please mention only your class 12 duration in 12 grade details. Please do not add 11 duration in the same. So let's say that you must not be entering 2 years details. You should be entering only 1 year detail, right? So 2021 to 2022. They have mentioned it correctly over here. So don't make that mistake. Course type, full-time, marks. Again, let's just get an A grade student. All right, that's that. Moving on to 10th grade. So SSC or class 10 roll number. Your roll number should be entered over here. Open up your class 10 results. All right, and you will be having a roll numbers over there. If you're from ICSE, you will have a roll number right towards the left hand side corner, somewhere on the top header of the form or header of the result. All right, so let's just fill in any random number right here. Let's just fill in random school. Okay, Board of Education, ICSE, course duration. Again, your course duration should only include your 1 year of course duration of class 10th, not 9th, not 11th. All right. So since our 12th ended in the year 2022, started 21, that means your 11 should be in the month of 22, 21. So your 10th should be from 2019 to 2020. All right. Very important that you keep these dates clear, guys. If you're putting in any fake information, your candidature will be disapproved. I'm repeating this continuously. Make sure you don't make this mistake, guys. It's very important. Very, very important. All right, again, marks obtained. Let's go down a little bit this time. Okay, that's your marks. Any other qualification, if you have any other qualification, if you've done any other course, let's say certification courses or internship courses or anything, if you have any certification, any diploma programs, make sure you fill in all the details over here. If you haven't, click on no. We're not going to click on yes. We'll click on no and move forward. Click on yes if you have any. All right, work experience. If you have any relevant work experience, if you've done any internship, any just part-time jobs, information should be present right over here, right, with proper details. If you have entered the employee ID, or employee ID should be there. Name of the employee, address of the employer, employment time, full-time or part-time, anything. Duration from, that means from when, if it's 6 months, 6 months duration. Designation, what designation you were allotted at, nature of the duty, and annual gross salary. All right, everything should be mentioned here. If you want to mention any details, just click on add a new row and fill in all of the details here. All right, if you haven't, just click on no and move forward. Declaration, so you have a declaration, quick over here, read all of it before you're clicking on yes or no. Do you have any break in the studies? Because they are allowing only one active backlog. So if you have any active backlogs, more than one, make sure you clear them out. All right, do you have any break in the studies? Let's click on no. Have you done any other courses? If you have, mention the details there. Do you have any pending backlogs? If yes, only one should be there, guys. If there is more than one, you will be disqualified, right? Let's just click on one and write one over here. Please mention details of academic projects undertaken. If you have any academic projects, please mention the details over here. If you haven't, you can skip on this part. All right, moving forward. Again, if you have taken all subject marks into consideration for calculating the obtained total marks. Yes, we have. The total marks obtained enter by you each for the above mentioned academic qualification has been secured in the first attempt. So if you have secured in the second attempt, that means you failed and you passed again, click on no. All right, considered only the marks GPA obtained during the normal duration of the course. All right, completed above mentioned academic course in the stipulated time as specified by the university. If yes, yes. If no, then no. You have declared break in studies, work experience, and pending backlogs, if any, during your academic. So we haven't given any. Yes, we have given backlogs. You have not attended the TCS L selection process in the last 6 months. So if you have registered for TCS any drive in the last 6 months, you will not be eligible, right? So if you have, click on yes. If you haven't, click on no. You have read the eligibility criteria and understand that your candidature is subject to fulfillment of the specified criteria. Yes, we have read all the eligibility criteria and we are going to click on I agree and move forward. So you can click on save and continue. Now they will be requiring your Aadhaar card details. Now this is where you fill in the entire Aadhaar card details. We are going to just randomly fill in the details over here again. All right, your name is automatically there. Passport details, you may or may not give your passport details. Not very important, but let's just skip on to this. Let's see if they take it or not. All right, coming on to nationality and languages known. Select your nationality. If you're from India, click on India. If you're from any other part of the country, part of the world, click on that. Select your nationality. Languages known. Now, if you have any new languages known, insert that, but definitely we are going to fill in English, and at least English should be there. All right, so yes, we can speak, we can read, and we can write, but it's not our mother tongue. If English is your mother tongue, make sure you click on the mother tongue check button as well. All right. Let's just also include Hindi over here because yes, we can speak that. All right. And yes, this is my mother tongue, so I'm going to click on it. If you have any other language that you feel, let's say you can speak Gujarati, or you can speak German or Spanish or Japanese, just click on that. And if it's your mother tongue, click on mother tongue, yes. If it is not, let it be. Don't hamper it. Okay, so that's the languages, known languages certifications. Now, if you have learned a new language, which is not your mother tongue, and how do you know it? If you've learned a new language, let's say people take Chinese classes, Spanish classes, so make sure you are putting in your certifications over here. Just click add new, select the languages, let's say German, all right. Please add details for this language in languages known section before adding certificate for the same. So you have to fill in this particular language in the languages known section before you're filling in the certification area. So we've clicked in Spanish. So let's select Spanish itself. All right. So Spanish is here. Language certification. So what kind of certification you've done and stayed in a country where this language is a mother tongue. If you have stayed in Spain or places where Spanish is being spoken, click on yes. If no, then leave it out. All right. Moving forward with the references now. This is important. All right. Understand this particular line that they have provided. One of the two references must be from your current or previous academic institution or industry or organization. All right. The references should not be your relatives. So my father is working here, my brother is working here, not working. All right. The references should be not related to you, but they should be in your present academic institution or organization or in a professional background. All right. So reference number 1, let's just write my name. All right. I am referring. Okay. Designation. Let's just write assistant manager. All right. Contact number. Let's just fill in random contact number. I just hope it's 10 number. 1, 2. Okay. Email ID. You can fill in the email ID if you want to. You can leave out if you don't want to. All right. We are just going to put in random email ID. Okay. Reference to, if you wish, you can fill in the reference to part. If you want to move out of it, you can definitely move out of it. No issues with that. Achievement. So please specify any achievements or scholarships. So if you have any specific achievement that you have achieved or any milestones that you've achieved in your career, in your academic or professional career, make sure you add it here. If you have any certifications or new certifications, make sure you add the certifications also. You have a huge list of certifications over here. Just select any and move forward. All right. Moving towards upload photo or CV. So name, please provide the below details carefully as they will be printed on your TCS identity card if you get selected to TCS. So make sure that you're putting up a decent photograph and not just random. All right. Kindly follow the below mentioned steps. Now let's quickly take a look at the steps that they have mentioned over here. Let's zoom it in and take a look. Kindly follow the below mentioned tip. Upload your recent passport size color photograph. All right. The photograph must be formal, with a white or an off-white background, nothing colorful on the background, so it should be white or off-white. The look, you should look straight into the camera and your head should not be tilted in the photograph, so no nodding. Click on the browse button to search for the location where the photograph is stored. All right. So let's quickly write out the details here. First name is Shruti, then we have Jha. Blood group, your blood group should be, so test your blood group before you do that. All right. So browse and upload your photograph. We're just going to upload a random photograph over here as of now. All right. Okay. And then browse your CV. So your CV should be updated. Make sure you have an updated CV with all of the skills, certifications, everything mentioned properly on the CV. And we're going to upload this particular PDF. All right. Click on save and continue. If you have any errored information, it will not be taking in the details. But if you have filled in all of the details correctly, you will be moving towards the last step. And the last step is the declaration step, which talks about, are you involved in any pending or closed civil criminal case? If you are involved into any criminal case, click on yes. If no, then no. Are you involved in any pending or closed disciplinary or malpractices, any charges, proceedings against you in the court? If yes, then click on yes. If no, click on no. All right. Now, application form preview. Let's quickly read this green part. Click on application form preview link to view application form filled by you. Please note that you can preview the form only after filling up all the mandatory fields in the form. Kindly confirm your details as details entered by you would be considered for your final evaluation. If you put in any misinformation over here, your evaluation or your candidature will be cancelled, guys. Your hall ticket will not be received. So make sure you are following all of the steps correctly. You can edit any information except name, email ID, gender, date of birth, and mother's maiden name by navigating to respective section before the final submission. But if you have submitted your form, then you cannot make any edits. All right. And if you fill the form incorrectly, you cannot go and fill the form with the same email ID again. So your candidature is cancelled. All right. So be aware of it. Alright, so once we have made all the changes for the application processes, that is there were two errors which we had, the references and the course duration. So we fixed that, and now you can click on the application form preview. Once you do that, your application form will be previewed over here. Make sure you take a good look at all of the information that is provided here. If there's any misinformation, go back and make all the changes, any information changes on your date of birth, your name, your gender, your addresses or anything, all right, because you cannot make any changes after this. So make sure you properly go through the entire form, right? Your course details, your information, yes, no, everything should be properly checked here. Give some time, don't hurry over here, give some time, check all of the details that you've mentioned, and once you've done that, come here and then click on submit. Before that, click quickly declare over here, have you appeared for TCS tests? If yes, kindly furnish any details. If you've appeared for any previous TCS examinations, provide the details over here. If you've not, click on no and move forward. The terms and conditions are right over here. Read all the terms and conditions. Click on agree. The date is automatically filled, so you don't have to fill in place. Let's just quickly write the place over here and submit your application. This is the last step. After form fill up, what a lot of students do is they come here, get the form, they see that the form is ready, previewed, and then they cross the button and they move away. That is not the last step, guys. The last step is to come back to the form and click on submit application. Once you do that, click on the submit. Would you like to apply for TCS recruitment drive? And yes, we would do that, right? So click on yes over here. Nearest test center. All right, so quickly click on the link before. Select the nearest test center. Preferred job location, let's just quickly select any preferred job location, whichever you will be preferring, you will be comfortable to roll out to, and then apply. Now, voila, successful. You have applied for the recruitment drive and you have followed all of the steps correctly. If you haven't, you cannot make any changes anymore. The deed is done. All right. After you've applied for this test, go start preparing. And let me just quickly tell you that we have the best place to prepare for a TCS BPS. We have an entire course for TCS BPS specifically for you. So you can come on to Prep Insta Prime and check out all of the courses, all of the subject material that we have. We have on Quants, Logical, Verbal and TI as well. All of the information will be shared with you on our recruitment and how to prepare video. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification so that you get notified when we put up our video for how to prepare for TCS BPS. Alright, that's going to be it for this particular video, guys. All the best. We hope that you followed all the steps and filled in the form correctly. Thank you so much.